Hey everyone! Alright, I'm just going to invite some people, so if you jump on, just go ahead and comment below. Just let me know you're on here. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Thursday. I wanted to do this live earlier, but I was just so busy today. So I am finally doing it now. I'm actually on my way to pick up my son from preschool, so it's just like a 5-minute drive. But I wanted to talk to you guys really quick. So I'm probably not going to be keeping up with the comments because I'm just going to be driving to the preschool, but I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that I've been thinking about today, and I usually think about it every day, but I wanted to save this for a Thankful Thursday live. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes to build, and then I will start in just a minute. And again, I'm not going to be keeping up with the comments, so I will get back to you guys when I park. I can scroll through and talk to you guys about that. What I was going to talk about, the whole topic that I wanted this quick live to be about, was entitlement. And the stereotypical millennial nowadays are very entitled. Hold on one second. And you know, there's other people that are entitled too that are not a part of the millennial group. I'm just talking about everyone in general that have the entitlement mentality. I wanted to point out some things that will not help someone that has this type of mentality. And if you're watching this live and you have these type of mentalities, you know, I personally used to have an entitled mentality. I can admit that. I grew up a lot when I moved out of my parents' house. And that took me, I didn't move out of my parents' house until I was 19. And I was entitled when, you know, I was 18, going to college. You know, mom and dad were paying for college. Mom and dad were, you know, helping me with this, helping me with that. And it was so amazing, but I really didn't get what reality was until I moved out. And unfortunately, there's still people out there that move out of their parents' house, but they're still entitled. So, you know, hold on a second. So I kind of lost my train of thought. But one way you can make sure, and I wanted, because I didn't want to come on this live and just talk about how people are entitled and blah, 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 and be negative about it, right? Because my whole thing is find silver lining in everything and find a positive. So to make sure that you're not being entitled, what I did and how I changed it was just making sure that I focused on giving more than, you know, the other person, or made sure that I was humble, made sure that, you know, just look out for other people, basically. Don't just look out for yourself. Know that some people put time and effort into things and you need to be grateful for them. For example, the only example I can think off the top of my head is when people come in my inbox and they say, hey, you know, I'm looking for some training, or I need some help with something. And usually I will, you know, give them 2 or 3 tips. I'll kind of ask them, you know, what it is they do, what they're involved in, and then I'll give them some tips on what can help them right now. You know, whether it's just basic stuff that maybe they don't know, and I say, you know, does that help? And usually 9 times out of 10, they're like, yes, thank you, I didn't even think about that. And then I tell them, well, you know, like, there is, like, I can teach you more. You know, we have a great community. It's just $18 one time, which I think is a very affordable price for what we have. And I would say 75% of people are like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, cool, like, give me your link, I want to join, that's so cool. Once in a while, I will get a couple people that'll be like, well, why don't you just tell me this stuff for free? Why can't you just tell me right now, like, you don't want to help me? And I'm kind of talking about those type of people. You know, people do have to be paid for their time. They do have to be rewarded for their time. I don't necessarily agree with when you message someone and say, hey, like someone that you look up to or someone that is trying to be a leader, and you message them and say, hey, I need help, and they say, oh, well, you have to pay me $100. That's not cool. But if someone is going out of their way to say, hey, here's a few tips, you know, I can talk to you a little bit, and then they say, you know, you can join my group to get more. Don't be a jerk and say, oh my gosh, you don't want to help me for free? That's what I'm trying to get at. So I've had a lot of people in my group, in my community, talk to me about this too, saying like, how do you deal with it when people just, you know, want stuff for free, or they just don't want to pay anything. And I just always tell them, just keep providing the value. Just keep telling them what it is that can solve their problem. You have to find out what their problem is, provide the value, provide the solution, and then they'll be able to see it. But if you just have a general like, oh, well, in our community we do this, this, and this, like 3 things, and you don't tie it to that person, it's gonna just kind of come off like scripted, and they're not gonna be that interested, because you don't know what their problem is. What if those 3 things they don't really care about? What if they're just looking for something to help their business, or they're just looking for something, you know, super small on the side? Like, you don't know what they're looking for unless you ask. So that was my point for today. I just want to make this really short and simple. I'm at a stoplight, so I can go through the comments here and say hey to all of you. Thanks for jumping on. Let's just make sure no one got any questions here. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I saw your live earlier. I missed it. I don't know, I've been so busy today, and I saw the pop-up come up and I clicked on it. I was like 2 minutes late again, so sorry about that. I'm glad you guys had fun at Beauty and the Beast. So, Terrence, my day's going great actually. I don't know if you guys saw, but my post about my YouTube channel, because I talked in my previous live about me doing lives every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and no excuses, right? So I got my 3 done this week, and I'm uploading every single one to YouTube. So I'm gonna have a playlist of those, and then I also put on my post, you know, if you guys have any topics that you guys would think would be cool for me to talk about. I was thinking about doing like a one for moms or parents that stay at home and work, because currently right now I'm having a struggle with that balance, and to be honest, it's really hard. But I'm coming up with a schedule, and you know, sitting down with my boyfriend and talking about it and making sure that it all works for the family, because now that my son is going to preschool a little longer, it gives me a little bit more time to work, which gives me a little more time with the family at the end of the day. So long story short, if you guys have any topics that you think I should talk about, or you guys are interested in, or you guys have questions about, I'm also in MCA too, so if you guys have any questions about you know, anything like that, any topics on MCA, online marketing, content marketing, offline marketing, anything really, you know, just comment on that post, and then I will make a video about it. So these people drive really slow here, and I have to get over. Alright. So, I am going to, oh cool, I just hit a red light. Yes, Kiki, time and expertise adding value. So you just want to make sure that you're just showing people, just basically just show people what you know, and it's going to come off as genuine. So as long as you're genuine, you got it. Oh, you're good, Michelle. Leaders provide value and give people wings. Yes, Kyle, yes. Before I joined this community, I feel like I was a little caterpillar, and because I didn't know what the hell I was doing online marketing. I was spamming people. I was doing those cheesy money videos for MCA. I can admit that. But now I actually know how to market the correct way, and I'm actually building a following, and it's going a lot better than what it did before. So now I feel like I'm, turning into one of the butterflies instead of the caterpillars. So that's good. How about people leaving stupid comments on your post? Be confident in your skills. Yes, confidence is key, Kiki. So if you guys go to my YouTube channel and you guys end up subscribing and looking at my videos, you will see some old videos on there. And hold on, I'm going to my son's preschool, so I wanted. Sorry about that. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see some really old videos of me, and I am like so just scared, and I just look so nervous, and like, because any quiet moment I have, I was like, oh, freaking out. So alright, I am here, guys, so I hope you guys have an amazing day. Be thankful and don't be entitled. And just be good to people. I hope you guys have a good one.